सर्वधर्मान् परित्यज्य मामेकं शरणं व्रज अहं त्वा सर्वपापेभ्यः मोक्षयिष्यामि मा शुचः।
सरस्वती त्रिवेणी की जय गंगा की जय जय यमुना की जय सरस्वती त्रिवेणी की जय 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 गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय राधा रमण हरि गोविंद जय जय राम जी की जय जय श्याम जी की जय जय दशरथ कुंवर चरमों जय जय राम जी की जय जय श्याम जी की जय जय दशरथ कुंवर चरमों जय जय गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय राधा रमण हरि गोविंद जय कृष्णा की जय जय लक्ष्मी की जय कृष्णा भाइयों की जय कृष्णा की जय जय लक्ष्मी की जय कृष्णा भाइयों की जय गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय राधा रमण हरि गोविंद
शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं शिव स्वरूपोऽहं शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं शिव स्वरूपोऽहं नित्योऽहं शुद्धोऽहं बुद्धोऽहं मुक्तोऽहं नित्योऽहं शुद्धोऽहं बुद्धोऽहं मुक्तोऽहं शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं शिव स्वरूपोऽहम् अद्वैतमानन्दरूपम् अरूपम् अद्वैतमानन्दरूपम् अरूपम् ब्रह्मोऽहम् ब्रह्मोऽहम् ब्रह्म स्वरूपोऽहम् ब्रह्मोऽहम् ब्रह्मोऽहम् ब्रह्म स्वरूपोऽहम् चेदोऽहम् चेदोऽहम् सच्चिदानन्दोऽहम् अमर आत्मा सच्चिदानंद में हूँ शिवोऽहं 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 शिवोऽहम् अखिल विश्व का जो परमात्मा है सभी प्राणियों का वही आत्मा है वही आत्मा सच्चिदानंद में हूँ शिवोऽहं 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 शिवोऽहम् यही ज्ञान अर्जुन को हरि ने सुनाया यही ज्ञान वेदों में ऋषियों ने पाया वही आत्मा सच्चिदानंद में हूँ शिवोऽहं 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 शिवोऽहम् जिसे शास्त्र काटे न अग्नि जलाए गलाए न पानी न मृत्यु मिटाए वही आत्मा सच्चिदानंद में हूँ शिवोऽहं 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 शिवोऽहम्
Sarvama,
Yes, uncle. नीलाद्रिनाथं नमामि नित्यं नमामि नित्यं नीलाद्रिनाथं नीलाद्रिनाथं नमामि नित्यं नमामि नित्यं नीलाद्रिनाथं नौमि प्रणोमि नमस्करोमि नौमि प्रणोमि नमस्करोमि क्रीणामि नित्यं नीलाद्रिनाथं नीलाद्रिनाथं नमामि नित्यं नमामि नित्यं नीलाद्रिनाथम् आनन्दकन्दं स्वच्छन्दसिन्दं ज्ञानबिन्दं सदैव वन्द्यम् आनन्दकन्दं स्वच्छन्दसिन्दं पूर्णारविन्दं सदैव वन्द्यं नौमि प्रणोमि नमस्करोमि नौमि प्रणोमि नमस्करोमि मुखारविन्दं पदारविन्दं नीलाद्रिनाथं नमामि नित्यं नमामि नित्यं नीलाद्रिनाथं नीलाद्रिनाथं नमामि नित्यं नमामि नित्यं नीलाद्रिनाथम् हरि ओम्
today it's very appropriate song because this is for Puri Jagannath. Today is the Ratha Yatra. Who's there inside? Somebody new. Suti.
Yeah, Suchi. Yeah.
Okay. Right? What time? Time of that time?
2 minutes left.
2 minutes, one short one, can you? Short one, 2 minutes. Right. All right. So, let's start. So, Sakama Bhavatu, Sakama Bhavatu, Saha Indriyam Karavavahai, Tejasvinavati Tamasama Vishavahai, Om Shanti Shanti Shanti, Hari Om Shri Hari Om. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Deva Parabrahma, Tasmai Gurave Namah. Vasudeva Sutam Devam, Sachano Ramatanam, Devaki Paramanam, Krishnam Vande Jagat, Tamasta Jana Kalyani, Niratam Karuna, Namami Chinmayam Devam, Sadguru Brahma. Nothing in this world you get without work. If I don't come here, I won't get the tea you gave. And for that tea, you have to work also. So therefore, where is the discussion? Is work necessary? Without work, no life. There is no discussion. But lot of achievers, great achievers, found a big vacuum and could not continue living. I will give you the all known popular examples little later. What you don't know, but what happened in Chennai, I will give you that example. Dr. Cherian, there are two Cherians. One is here. No, the other Cherian who was working as cardiologist in Devi Hospital. I think it's Devi Hospital. Bachelor. One of the top class human beings. Because hospitals don't allow without charging. He says the hospitals, you take whatever you want, and he will take only 50 rupees. Top class human being, top class doctor. Several times he tried to commit suicide. Once he succeeded. Once he succeeded. From the top of that hospital, he fell down and died. Why? He had everything. No problems. You won't get any problems. Even if there's a problem, one phone call to the chief minister, everything will go. Because he is of that standard. I'll give you several examples for you to think the limitations of actions and success. Right? Then Marilyn Monroe was the craze in our days. In our years, craze. Had everything. She committed suicide. Several actors and actresses. One example is also necessary. One her name is what? Shobha, I think. She has to receive Presidential Golden Lotus Award tomorrow. Golden Lotus means the best actress in India. Tomorrow means she had already got the information 15 days back. Otherwise, tomorrow she had to go to Delhi and receive. Tonight she commits suicide. Where you have to receive Golden Lotus from President. Why? Their success could not give them fulfillment. There is always a vacuum. They could not take it. That vacuum they could not take. Because basically, whatever you get in the world is still inadequate. Therefore, there is always wanting this, wanting that agony. What Ravana didn't have. Why he wanted one more Sitama. He had several wives, and many of them are like Mandodari and all that. Mandodari is one of the Pativratas. When Hanumanji went there to see, Mandodari was next to him lying down. She was so graceful and divine, he thought this is Sitama. Then he said, no, Sitama can't lie next to me. Why he has to do that suicidal act? Oh, it's like that. That's the limitation of act. That's the limitation of actions. Through actions, you cannot get fulfillment. But without action, you cannot live. You have to understand these paradoxes. Without action, you can't live. Through action, you can't get fulfilled. These are the when you resolve many paradoxes, you will get the heart of the subject. Like you say, I am living. What do you mean when you are saying I am living? I am dying. Every minute I am dying. And you say, I'm working for my happiness. Work only gives friction. It will never give happiness. Work only will give friction. Gurudev, there are others who said this in different way. It doesn't exactly tally with our subject, but even then, good things you can listen. Somebody said, Ramakrishna Mission, one great pioneer in Sri Vidya Upasana. He said, first, work and worship. Next, work as worship. Last, work is worship. Right? Gurudev said, There is no freedom from action. There is freedom in action. And again, last week I quoted this, that it's not important what you get out of work, it's important what you become out of work. So therefore, work is necessary, but it cannot give you fulfillment. There are some who say, why not both go together? Both cannot go together because work is a product of ignorance. Ignorance gives you inadequacy. Out of that inadequacy, you want to fulfill yourself desires, actions. Avidya, kama, karma. Avidya, kama. So karma is avidya in a visible form. Karma is avidya. How can that go with jnana? Jnana is the opposite of avidya. How can avidya and jnana coexist? So both cannot go. And there are some who said, little jnana I will have. Little jnana I will have, and then work. Little jnana cannot give you Brahman. Brahman, asandikta, without any doubt, you should get jnana. That you cannot get. Little jnana, go on working, I'll get jnana. You won't get. Then why work at all? Then why work at all? If you have a choice now to live without work, you don't need work. You have a choice. You have to work anyway. So that let it continue. Niyatam kuru karmatvam karmatyayo hi akarmanaha. Niyatam, whatever is ordained before you, do it because it's necessary for sustenance. Sharira yatrapi cha na prasiddhyet akarmanaha. Even the journey of the body cannot continue without action. Therefore, there is no debate in that. Action you need to live. And there, intelligently acting, the repercussions and the negative reactions will be minimum. Intelligently acting, the load here confusions will get reduced. Intelligently acting, the ego gets reduced, thinned down. With that, Sravana Manana Nidhyasana is easy. So both cannot go together. Both can go serially. Serially, so if I come to Jnana, I don't have to act. All these questions are put by people who never lived. Otherwise, where is the question? Where Jnanis have to act. They also have hunger. They also have to eat. The question is not that karma. Should I not? Question is egocentric karma. Question is egocentric karma. In fact, Geeta or any spiritual text, when they meant karma, it is ritualistic karma. It is ritualistic karma. So therefore, karma, there is no choice. And karma done well can prepare you for jnana. Karma done well can prepare you for jnana. And jnana, what is jnana? There are people, whole Veda, they can recite without seeing from front to back, back to front. Front to back and back to front. That's not jnana. All these jnanas will only give head weight. That's why if it's real jnana, always these two words are used simultaneously. Vidya, Vinaya Sampanne. If it is jnana, humility will become natural. Because he knows, I have not discovered anything. I have not invented anything. Everything that is there, through the grace of God, I could see. Still what I can see is nothing. Is nothing. Is nothing. A man who feels proud of his knowledge doesn't have any knowledge. Maybe he will have some information. Vinaya will be the spontaneous results of jnana. So jnana again has to be qualified. Karma has to be qualified. Bhakti, also there are differences. Even then, from one state, he goes automatically to the next state. And that will itself free him. There also, there are different stages. Bhagavata explains, Himsatmaka, Dambhatmaka, right? And Satvika, they're all inferior because Bhagavan himself says in Geeta, in Bhagavatam. Bhagavatam, book of devotion, he says, the best of devotee, if still he feels he is a devotee, I am different from him, that's only Satvika. It's not the highest. In highest, the devotee loses himself in me. I still say I am a devotee. That means I keep my identity. Then what is the solution? You have to live. Living means action. All actions, instead of catering to the ego, let them cater to the society, totality. Does that give freedom? No, it's a step. It's a step. Many, very important, I am not trying to waste time because I don't have time. I would like to finish that chapter today. But important things that will make you think. In every ashram, mostly, I can't generalize. No generalization of any subject. Most of the ashrams, there are politics. Shankara's devotees themselves, if there were four students had their own school of thought. Right? So ashrams, there is no ego. Who said? Whereas there were a lot of business people who really were humble, especially the other day, M.V. Subbiah was telling T.I. Cycles, the whole family, Ajim Prem, the Muslim, his son and his wife, are really great. Genuine, way of living where they do not project their personality at all and maximum charity. Maximum charity, but their presence is not felt even in the media. Muslims, Azim Premji Wipro, his son and his wife. Birla has gone on record in his autobiography. There won't be a day I sleep without reading one sloka of Chinmayananda at least. Birla, the Ghanshyam Das, E.D. Birla. Tatas have nothing for themselves. Nothing for themselves. Piramal, yesterday he was quoting Geeta, action and detachment balance. His teacher is, of course, Chinmaya Mission from Brahmacharya Swami now from Chennai. Piramal. So they are all great people. Where in ashram also you will find politics. Therefore, don't generalize anything, don't label anything. Vedanta, this is jnana, I can't define. You know why? I have seen it. What is jnana? When you come to jnana, you will understand this whole thing, this class, this teaching, all of you, these books are all bluff. Are all bluff. Then why? This bluff is necessary to remove other bluffs. This bluff is necessary to remove other bluffs. But when you come to a stage and when you are not settled, very difficult to continue because there is no motivation. That small transition period is very difficult. You have lost total interest in the world. Now you find this also is not that what you thought, this whole thing. But it's necessary. Like karma is necessary. Everything is necessary. Evil is necessary. Without evil, you can't grow. How will you master your mind without evil and without being troubled by evil? Only then you can master your mind. That's why Parikshit didn't kill Kali. Parikshit didn't kill Kali. Okay. So this introduction, now you should go on thinking about this karma, jnana and bhakti and grow. As you grow, you will understand however much lectures you hear, still they are not complete. As you grow, you discover. Now I finished that job. I said, selfless work. Selfless work will give moksha. Bhagavan also says, you see what Bhagavan, all the statements, Bhagavan makes our karma very interesting. He contradicts himself everywhere. Everywhere he contradicts. He says, karma jyayo hi akarmanaha. Karma is any day superior to akarma. Because if you can't get anything through karma, how will you get through akarma? So karma is superior. And then he says, Nitam kuru karmatvam karma jyayo hi akarmanaha sharira yatra picha te na prasidhyati akarmanaha. Then the statement is Jnanena tu kaivalyam. You will get kaivalya, moksha only through jnana. Why? Atmabodh 3. Shankara. Avirodhitaya karma na avidya vivartayet. Avirodhitaya karma na avidyam vinivartayet. Not being opposed to karma, ignorance not being opposed to karma, karma cannot remove ignorance. Ignorance is not opposed to karma, it's a product of karma. So, karma cannot remove ignorance. Then what will remove ignorance? Vidya, avidyam nihanti eva. Vidya, only knowledge can remove avidya. Therefore, jnane natu kaivalyam. Kaivalya can only be got through jnana. And then he says, okay, all actions are okay. Yagnarthat karmano nyatya lokoyam karma bandhanaha. All actions done for sake of other than yajna spirit, they cause bondage. If you do actions without bondage, they cause, actions without yajna spirit. Actions without yajna spirit, if you do, they cause bondage. Tadartham karma kaunteya mukta sangha samachara. Therefore, do action. Mukta sangha, free from attachment. That is the definition of yajna. What is yajna? Mukta sangha, he says. See, this is where Arjuna gets confused. When he says something, we accept. Right? And then he himself contradicts. He said this. Yajna you do. Then what does he say? Evam bahuvida yajna vitato brahmana mukhe karmajan vidhi tat sarvan. All these yajna will release you, he said. Then all these yajnas are born after karma. And what happens to these karmas through yajna? He says, Sarva karma khalam partha jnane parisamapyate. All karmas find their fulfillment in jnana. In jnana. That's why Arjuna asked him twice. What you are talking seems to delude me. Right? So, the answer is given in the fifth chapter. It's not renouncing physical karma. Sarva karmani manasa sannasya. Renouncing mentally means I am not the doer, I am not the enjoyer, the results are not important. I am not the doer, I am not the enjoyer, results are not important. These are the three problems in karma: doership, enjoyership, and results. To remove these three, can I remove and work? You cannot. But then, how? When you get jnana, this becomes spontaneous. When you get jnana, not having sense of agency, doership, and care for results, all become spontaneous. Otherwise, I will practice, stupid, you cannot. You are practicing, I is there, you know who is practicing. I is there. With that I, where you will live doership and enjoyership. It happens when you get the jnana. It happens when you get the jnana. Appa karma irritating. Because everybody can't understand this. They have to have little detachment. Right? Little sense control. All that is done through karma. Properly using karma, you reduce your vasanas, you reduce your ignorance, and that becomes a little purified mind. Then only they can understand. That's why in Vekchudamane chittasya suddhaye karma. Now vastu upalabhyate. Chittasya suddhaye karma. Karma is meant for purification of the chitta, mind and body. Now vastu upalabhyate. Through that you don't get the ultimate. Through that you don't get the ultimate. So don't either ridicule karma or say that will take me. Both don't do. It has a place. It has a place. Let us respect it. Yeah, you will have.
Vasanas, is it leading to pravritti or pravritti is leading to vasanas? What is
Both. Both. Where does pravritti come without vasanas? And when you work, how does pravritti, when is there, how does it not produce vasanas? It doesn't do when you are not the actor. You are not the actor only when you get the jnana. Bhagavan alone is there. Bhagavan alone is there. When such a man is acting, Dagda Bijavat, these vasanas become like the fried seeds. Seeds, when they're fried, they can't germinate. So these vasanas, for a gnani, they come out. They can't produce new vasanas. They can't produce new vasanas. Dagda Bijavati. Right? Patita, Bhagavatam says, Patita, anyway, my mind is not in getting that. So the same thing, pounded and roasted. Pounded and roasted seeds cannot germinate. So a man, when he is not working for results, not having the sense of agency and doership, because he sees the Lord alone everywhere, these vasanas that come out cannot germinate further. Cannot germinate further. Not trying to exhaust vasanas. You are trying to exhaust vasanas, there is ego there. It only multiplies. Meditation, yes. When you meditate, lot of vasanas do come out. It's not untrue. That's how hala hala. Meditate. 20 minutes you meditate. 100 units of vasanas have come. Rest of the 23 hours and 40 minutes, you are gathering 10,000 vasanas. You understand? Beyond this, you have to think. More I talk, more you get confused. But if you have doubts, you have to come in person. That's why I once put in the group. What all I have to say, I have said. Now, if you need anything, come to me. Because it can only be discussed one-to-one and not through messages also. Because when I say something, you will have a doubt. You will have a doubt. So he said, karma, it will not bind you if you do with detachment. Tasmat asaktaha. Tasmat asaktaha. Detached. Tasmat asaktaha. Detached. Satatam karyam karma samachara. Do your actions all the time. Asakto hi acharan karma. When you do actions detachment, param apnoti purushaha. He shall gain the highest. He shall gain the highest. This is where some people corner me. Bhagavan says you will get the param apnoti through karma. Huh?
He himself is not supreme. He's saying that somebody else.
Yeah. Paramapnoti, he says karma through karma paramapnoti. You are saying no. You are am I contradicting? He himself says in the 4th chapter, right? All these karma, jnane parisamapyati. They will find fulfillment in jnana. Then why did he say that? That it will lead you to there. Like, we say Delhi is on platform number 4. Delhi is not on platform number 4. The vehicle that takes you, the vehicle that takes you is there. The vehicle is also sometimes named on the destination. So it will take you to Paramatma, means step by step it will take you. Then he is telling, Yadyadacharate shreshtaha tattadeva itaro janaha sayat pramanam kurute lokaha tadanu vartate. Karmana yuhi samsiddhim astita janakadaya lokasangrahame vapi sampashyan kartum mrikasi. Now he is Arjuna. He has to give his own clan, CLAN, example. Then only he will be convinced. He says, Janaka, he was a king. But he got fulfillment through karma only. Through karma. Did he get fulfillment through only karma? You see Ashtavakra Gita, you read Brihadaranyaka, so many discussions with Yajnavalkya. Whole Brihadaranyaka, Yajnavalkya, Janaka. Ashtavakra Gita, Yajnavalkya, Janaka. Not only that, when the Mithila was burning, Yajnavalkya said, city is burning. All the sannyasis, they had only Komalam, that Langota. They had nothing, but they ran. This man, the whole kingdom was, he didn't go. And then Yajnavalkya asked, why they all ran, you didn't go? When Mithila is burning, I am not burning. That is knowledge. That is knowledge. But with that knowledge, is not, see, action is opposed to knowledge, but knowledge, you have to understand. But a man who is enlightened is not against acting. He doesn't act. Actions become spontaneous through him. Actions become spontaneous. So there is no action. He doesn't say, I have to take classes, I have to serve the world, I have to improve the world, I have to take classes and make everybody enlightened. He doesn't believe that. Through my guru's gaze, I got enlightened. Now this body, mind, intellect, they will do what is not opposed to this enlightenment. The enlightenment I got, right? Enlightenment is what? Simple 3-4 sentences. Whatever is there is only God. You are a bluff. God alone is there. You are a bluff. Right? And this knowledge immediately releases you. It's not that you get this knowledge, do something, tomorrow you will get it. As you listen to me, if you have Shraddha, it will immediately release. On the spot. Any amount of action cannot release you. This is all. This is all. So he says, Janaka and all that, they got it. So you are a king. You should now have faith that if Janaka could get it, you will also get it through karma. Because why so much emphasis on karma in 3rd chapter Bhagavan? Because he wanted to run away from karma. He wanted to run away from karma. Then Bhagavan says, you don't have to run away. Through karma itself, you can get jnana. That again has to be understood contextually. Many statements have to be understood contextually. Yadyajarcharit shresthaha tatta devedaro janaha sayat pramanam kurute lokas tadanu vartate. Whatever the leader does, shrestha means the leader. Others follow. Right? Michael Jackson had earring in 1 ear, not in 2. Every musician thought they will wear earring in 1 ear so that they become musicians. Right? Gurudev's own students, Gurudev, for convenience when he is lecturing, to see time, he used to wear in right hand. Everybody thought if they wear in right hand, they become Gurudev. Understand? But that's a natural tendency. So he says, if you run away from action, all others will run away. There will be problem in Rishikesh and Haridwar. You won't get space. So set an example. Name parthasti kartavyam trishu lokeshu kinchana nanavaptam avaptavyam vartayeva cha karma. What is it I don't have? Lakshmi is in me. Whole worlds are in me. I showed to Yashodamma. I opened my mouth. She saw everything in me. Lakshmi is in me. What I don't have? What for I should work? But do I stop for a minutest fraction of a second? If I stop, you will not live. When you sleep, I don't sleep to maintain your systems. When you sleep, I don't sleep to maintain your systems. And you are so ungrateful, you don't even recognize that. Take it for granted. Never ever turn your attention towards me. Yadi hyaham navatyayam jatu karmani atandritaha mama vatmanu vattate manushya partha sarvasha. If I don't act, everybody will follow my example, then the whole world will collapse. Uchi loka they will collapse. Na puryam karma chedahan sankarasya sakattasyam upahanyam hima prajaha. Then I will be causing confusion of caste. Caste, Gurudev says, beautiful word. Have you heard of casting? Engineering, casting. What is casting? In a mold, you pour something, it comes. That is casting. So what is this cast? Molds into which vasanas are different molds will come out from that. Brahmana, Vaishya, Kshatriya, Shudra, caste. Understand? They come out. And that can be maintained only through Varnashrama dharmas, through proper social living. If you don't work, you don't set an example, everybody will go and live as they like, then the whole society will collapse. The whole society will collapse. There will be admixture of caste. There will be admixture of caste. One man wanted to blackmail me, came to my home, right? And he said, I'm ready. Then I saw a punal. I said, you are wearing a punal. And that to cheat others. If he has come to my home wearing a punal and he says, I'm ready to cheat others, where is the guarantee he has not come to cheat me? Right? And that is the truth. So this admixture of caste will come. This caste admixture was so common in Bhagavata days then now. But they're clear. He says, Brahmanatam gataha, a Shudra or a Kshatriya, through his mental makeup, he has achieved Brahmanahood. And a Brahmin, Shudratam gataha, he became a Shudra. It makes very clear this caste system. Several kings have become Brahmanas. Several Brahmanas have become kings. In Bhagavatam, endless examples. Tattvaviddu Mahabaho, Gunakarma Vibhagayoho, Gunaguneshu Vartanta, Iti Matva Nasajjate. This being the case, action doesn't create a problem. Tattvaviddu, one who knows the truth of himself, of the world, of the God. Tattvaviddu, compared to the ignorant people thought, when tu comes, that means it's in contrast to the earlier statement. Tattvavittu Mahabaho. Tattvavittu Mahabaho. Gunakarma Vibhagayoho. One who understands these qualities and karmas. Gunakarma Vibhagayoho. He understands Guna Guneshu Vartanta. Iti Matva Nasajjate. My eyes like to see forms. It has the quality of enjoying forms. That's a guna. Object is a guna. Form, quality is a guna. Object is a guna. My eyes see, not smell. My eyes will seek only form. My ears will not seek form. They will only see sound. Guna guneshu vartanta. It's natural for these gunas here to interact there. They are wandering. I am a sakshi. Asangoham, asangoham, punah punah. Satchidananda rupu. Right? I have nothing to do with that. I am a sakshi. Tattvavittu Mahabaho, Gunakarma Vibhagayoho, Gunaguneshu Vartanta, Iti Vatva Nasajjate. Prakrite Gunasammudaha Sajjante Gunakarmasu. Tana Krishna Vido Mandan Krishna Na Vicharaye. Tomorrow, whole day, you go by flat. Say, what are you doing? Is this the way to live? You must study Geeta. Right? Live Nishkama Karma, like Janaka and all that. Right? Get Jnana. This is not a way to live. Go start every flat. Be sure by evening you won't be in this house. They will all see that you are thrown out. Right? He says each one is propelled by his own vasanas. Propelled by, do not unsettle. Do not, somebody is very selfish, active, Don't unsettle. Through that, being selfish, being dynamic, it has inbuilt flaws. He will get kicks. He will get kicks. Then he goes and discusses with somebody. They will improve something. Like that, he goes on gradually improve. Everybody has to go in their own pace. You don't unsettle him. When you try to tell them, they have lost faith in what they are doing. They can't understand what you are telling. They have become psychological patients because they can't follow what you are saying, and you have unsettled their mind. They can't do what they are doing. Therefore, don't unsettle. This is repeated twice in the same chapter. Don't unsettle. They are all attached to their work. Better. First is dynamic activity. Let them do. Let them do. And when the next time comes to you, what is this? I say, you are doing things wrong way. You do like this, you get maximum results. Detached you do. You are not dissipating in the regrets of the past, anxieties of the future, feverishness in the present, and therefore you get maximum results. This is the way to do. Tell them when they come. When they come, teach them. When they come, tell them. But don't unsettle.
25, 26,
Yama,
25, 26, 27 shlokas.
I done. Yeah. I done 28. I done. Prakrite kriyamana. Yeah, I said it is repeated. That is there in 20s.
25, 26.
Sakta karmani avidvansaha yatha kurvanti bharata kuryat vidvan tatha asaktaha chikishu lokasangraha. Just as an ignorant man is attached to action and dynamically works, an enlightened man also works but detached. But detached. The only difference is attached and detached. What is attachment? Gurudev gives the definition. I, the ego. I, the ego, plus I want is attachment. I plus I want. Na buddhi bedam janayet ajnanam doshayet sarva karvani vidvan yukta samad. Don't unsettle the mind of the ignorant people, but you set an example by your way of living. We should come to you. You are always happy. So many things happening. I am disturbed. I am disturbed. Then you tell it. Vidvan yuktaha samacharan. You integrated. You do your actions properly. Don't unsettle that man. And then prakrite kriyamanani gunai karmani sarvashaha ahankara vimudhatma kattaha iti manyate. Your own nature, your own vasanas make things do. Be a spectator and enjoy. Be a spectator and enjoy. You think I am the doer. This is ahankara. Aham is no problem. I is common to all. I is common to all. I am is common to all. That is God. I is consciousness, life. Am existence. I am no problem. I am body is a notion about me. Akara. I am akara, the sharira, is a notion about me. This notion is called ahankara. Truth aham is not a problem because that's in all. But a notion about aham, that I am the body, is called ahankara. This fellow, ahankara, vimudhatma, one who is doctorate in delusion. Muda, deluded. Vimuda, doctorate. Right? Tattahamiti mannati, he thinks I am to do ya. Tattvavittu mahabaho, gunakarma vibhagayoho, gunaguneshu vattanta, iti matva nasajjite, prakrite gunasammudaha, sajjante gunakarmasu, tan akrusna vidaha, mandan. He doesn't call anybody stupid. Mandan, dullard, slow in understand. Mandan means slow in understand. Dyslexia. Don't try to disturb them. Mandan Krishnavit na vichalaye. Therefore, how to act? He now gives the One of them, I told you, 3 slokas give the essence of Karma Yoga. One is 238, 247, and this is 320. Mai sarvani karmani sanyasya dhyatma chetasa nirashi nirmamo bhutva yudyasva yuvat duraha. Mai sarvani karmani sanyasya, renouncing all action in me. That means that in me can have several meanings. Seeing all actions are supported by me. See all actions in me. See all actions for me. All actions in me. All actions to reach me. All actions given as naivedya to me. Sanyasya, renouncing the ego, that I am the doer and the enjoyer. Sanyasya, adhyatma chetasa, mind turned towards this Atman, the self, the consciousness, the God. Nirashihi, free from hope. Hope is always in the future. If the mind is tuned to the future, nirmamaha, mamaha is past. Mind is in future and past. Work is in the present. Mind is in future and the past. Work in the present. You err in the work because the mind is there, where the results will come. So if you want the best of results, while working at least, withdraw from future and past and live in the present. Free from expectations, free from regret. No, past and future, I have to learn from that. Future, I have to plan. Past, I have to learn from experience. Yes. In future, there are 2 things. In future, planning and anxiety. Do the planning, leave the anxiety. In past, there are 2 things. Regrets and experience. Take the experience, knowledge, wisdom, and leave the regrets. Nirashi nirmamo bhutva yudyasva vigatadvaraha, free from feverishness. Ye me matamidam nityam anutishtanti manavaha Sraddhavantaha anasuyantaha muchyante devi karmabihi. Those who have just now listened to me, practicing this what I am teaching with full faith, Sraddhavantaha anasuyantaha, not cavilling. He is talking through his hat. He is talking through his hat. You will never understand. You will sleep. Right? Sraddhavantaha anasuyantaha. There should be faith. This man, where is the need for him to bluff me? Why should he bluff me? Right? That faith should be there. Otherwise, nothing goes inside. Sraddhavantaha anasuyantaha, not cavilling. Muchyante devi karmabihi. They are also free from karmas, means vasanas. Yetu etadabhi suyantaha na anutishtanti me matam sarvajnana vimudantan vidhi nastan achetasaha. There he said, what happens to people who have no faith, who have faith and don't cavil. Here, who have no faith and cavil. They don't follow this, what I taught. Sarvajnana vimudhan, all their knowledge being clouded, covered. They lose all their sense of discrimination. Tadrusham chestate swasyaha prakrute jnanavanati prakritim yanti bhutani nigraha kim karishyati. He is now trying to take pity on those people who do not follow these instructions. He doesn't condemn. Spirituality doesn't condemn anybody. He says they are following according to their nature. They are following according to their nature. Little restraint cannot help. It cannot be for long. Each one is following his nature. Little restraint cannot sustain. Nigrah kim karishi. Your restraint cannot. You understand? So sympathy only, no condemning. No condemning. Kaliya, Krishna when he danced and he was about to die. Then the wives of Kaliya begged Krishna and he released. Then Kaliya says, why find fault with me? Did I create poison in me? You are the one who put in my species poison. According to that, I am doing. Why you are trying to take me to task? Indriyasya indriyasya se ragadveshau vyavastitau tayorna vashmagachet tau I asya paripat. See, last 4-5 stanzas. See how much sympathy they are having for people. They are not condemning anybody. How much sympathy. Here also he says, yes to indriyani indriyasya he ragadveshau vyavastitau tayorna vashmagachet tau hi asya paripantinau. Likes and dislikes are inbuilt in the senses. I like something to see, something to avoid, something to hear, something to avoid. This natural likes and dislikes are there inbuilt. Right? In you also. Then I'm totally helpless. No, you are not Kaliya. Kaliya is helpless because up to human level, nature takes care, molding. As a human being, you can always control things. You are pulled by likes and dislikes. You can always say no. Likes and dislikes are the pragraha, reins of the chariot. You are the intellect, can hold. You are the intellect, can hold. Understand? So he says, ragadvesho evastitau tayoho na vashamagachet. They are there. They tempt you. But you don't come under their sway. You don't come under their sway. Gurudev says, you feel, you think freedom is to do what you feel like. Gurudev says that's not your freedom. That's the freedom of the senses. If you say no to what you feel like doing, that's your freedom. I feel like smoking, I smoke. That's not your freedom. I feel like smoking, I don't smoke. That's my freedom. Shreyan swadharmo vigunaha paradharma swanustika swadharme nidanam shreya paradharmo bhayavaha. Swadharma is your pull, your personal call of character. Each one is pulled to serve Shudra, to earn Vaishya, to protect Dharma, fight for Dharma, Kshatriya, to teach and guide Brahmana. Each one is pulled in their own directions. Some are Rakshasas, not even any of these four. Asuras. Suras. What is Sura? What is Asura? Suras believe in what Shastras say. Follow the Shastras in all their living. That's called Sura. What is Asura? He believes in what he sees. I cheat somebody, I get money. Pratyaksha. Money. I eat dosa, I get happiness. Pratyaksha. They leave Shastra and believe in Pratyaksha. That is Asura. They are not that bad. What is Rakshasa? Hurt anybody, kill anybody, I should be happy. Hurt anybody, kill anybody, I should be happy. So each one according to this thing they are doing, but they will all go from this to that to that, because they are originally come and caught here. So trying to seek back, they will find their own way. That's called religion. Religare. Religare. That is, legal, like legal, law, all this means the same. That is journey. They are conveyance. Religer. You are trying to trace back our origin. It's a natural thing for everybody. When you twist a rope and leave, it will not rest till it comes back to its original position. So everyone will find their way. Everyone will find their way. So you also, you understand whether your inclination is to be a Shudra, Kshatriya, Vaishya, or a Brahmana. Do it, because as a Brahmana, he is, he is the top of the world as the advisor, the most sought after consultant. Right? Don't take it. Your inclination is to serve. When you do your job properly, I used to give this example, and from when I came from Dubai, then I read somewhere it actually happened. When I say this example, it will look ridiculous, but it actually happened. Somebody sweeps. When that person sweeps, a perfect job, immaculate job, housekeeping, everything. Somebody saw that and said, come, and started and made her a teacher, training housekeepers. Training housekeepers. Now from housekeeper, she has become a teacher. And slowly she improved and became a director of the firm. You understand? Become a director of the firm. If you are sweeping, but sweeping perfectly, you will go there. So do not try to copy others. Your inclination you follow. Your inclination to follow Shudra, Vaishya, Kshatriya, Brahmana. Right? Me. Even when I go to bathroom in between, sleep 2-3 times I go. Bathroom. At that time also I take tomorrow market. That's my vasana. That's my vasana. Right? You follow your vasana. Don't worry. I should not follow somebody's, oh, such a Mahatma. Okay. He is one life ahead, you are one life backward. The third class fellow will come to the fourth class next year. There's nothing to feel bad or good about. You just do what you feel like. But according to Shastra, according to Shastra, Shreyan Swadharmo Vigunaha Paradharmas Pranushkitat Swadharme Nidhanam Shreya Paradharmo Bhaya. If you are following your Swadharma, even if you die, evolution continues. Evolution continues. If you take to Paradharma, now your Swadharma is suppressed, you have added to you. You follow Swadharma, while doing so you die, you will pick up from where you left. But if I pick up your Swadharma, my Swadharma is not exhausted, I have added one more. If I follow my Swadharma, when I am at crossroads, I know how to maneuver. If I follow your Swadharma, I do not know how to maneuver. Then Arjuna says, Arjuna Uvacha, Atakena Prayuktoyam Papam Charati Purushaha Anichannapi Varsneya Paradeva Niyojita. Krishna, whatever you say is so logical. I also now inclined to follow you. But knowing that this is the way to be happy, to be released, and to become God, why are people, even if they don't want, they're doing heinous things, papam, criminal things? Why are they doing it? Do you know, really speaking, several things you see, murders, rape, and corruption, they are almost sure they can't totally escape. But still they can't stop. They can't Stop. They know they will be caught. Correct man? They know they will be caught. Why they are doing? Arjuna asked, the whole thing, what you are saying is so logical, I feel convinced. But why don't people behave like this? He's asked, Atha Kena Prayuktoyam, as though somebody is engaging them. Kena, by whom? Prayuktoyam, engaging, forcing them. Papam charati purushaha. He goes in the sinful ways, wrong ways. What is papa? That which will give you sorrow. That which will make you dependent. Right? Bhagavan Vacha. Kama yesha, krodha yesha, rajo guna samudbhavaha, mahashano mahapapma, viddhi yenam yah vairinam. Kama yesha, krodha yesha. This fellow is kama. This fellow is krodha. It is not kama and krodha. It is not kama and krodha. One only, two faces. Desire only is anger. When you have desire, where there is an obstacle, it becomes anger. It becomes anger. So, kama, yesha, krodha, yesha. This fellow, kama, krodha, right? Why it is kama? Because in kama, there is never a full stop. It's continuous. Right? Kama, esha, krodha, esha, rajoguna samudbhava, born out of the rajoguna, maha ashanaha. Any amount of food you give, it doesn't say alam. That's why fire is called analam. Alam is enough. Na alam dadati nalanda university. Never you feel enough I have learned here. That's called nalanda. Anala, fire. Alam is enough. Anala, it will never say enough. Fire will never say enough. Right? Maha ashanaha. Any amount you put, it will never say enough. Somebody ate so much. Then Deepavali. They gave Deepavali, they have, especially in South, they have a pill for digestion. Somebody gave that pill for digestion. He said, if there is space for this pill, I would have taken one more blood pill. You understand? Mahashano, Mahapapma, great sinner, because he is the fellow residing in you, destroying you. Outside you can always expect, inside you cannot expect. Right? Mahashano, Mahapapaha, Viddhi yenam iha vairinam. This is your enemy. There is no one outside. If this one you can clearly understand, 100%, come to conviction, this one is enough. That is your enemy who destroys you, who destroys your peace, who destroys you, who destroys your peace, who prevents your being God, your liberation. It's not outside. It's your mind only. Your enemy is in you. Your enemy is in you. Right? Hitesh, all of you say good. I say bad. Now Hitesh is good or bad? Tell. If for all of you is good, for me is bad, is Hitesh good or bad? Hitesh is neither good or bad. I am only seeing bad in because my mind is bad. You are seeing good because your mind is good. Is it not? Your mind is good. That's why I have said this in this class also. When Peter talks about Paul, he talks more about Peter than Paul. He talks more about Peter than Paul. So the wiry enemy is not outside. The enemy is in you. Be sure about that. This one you understand, you conquer the entire world. This is what Prahlada says to his father. I conquered the entire world, you are boasting. You have not conquered your inner enemies. What is the point in saying, I conquered the entire world? Here, Prahlada tells his father. Right? धूमेनाव्रियते वह्निः यथादर्शो मलेन च यथोदयेनावृतः आवृतो गर्भः तथा तेन idam आवृतम्. So he says, great enemy, great sinner, Mahapapma, that means great criminal. If you want to catch a great criminal, you have to have a strategy. Because he won't be in one place. He will be going on. Murdered in Assam. In between, they went to one more state and finally landed in UP. Right? So, a great thief, great thing, he has a strategy. He has 2-3 places you can't catch him. So, you have to work out. He is now giving the strategy. How to do it. धूमेना प्रैते वह्निः यथादर्शो मलेन च यथा उल्बेन आवृतः गर्भः तथा तेन idam आवृतम्. Tena, by him, idam, this avrutam. That means by that this is covered. Now we have to understand what is that and what is this. By that this is covered. How is it covered? He said 3 intensities. One is like the smoke on the fire. Other is like the dust on the mirror. Another is like the embryo in the womb. Embryo in the womb. Dust in the smoke on the fire. You don't have to do anything. Passing wind will take it off. Sattva guna. Sattva guna. Passing statement somebody says, that's enough for him. Passing statement. Right? So that is Sattva guna. Rajo guna, you have to wipe, mirror. Rajo guna. Tamo guna, you can't do anything. Nature only has to mold you. 9 months, 9 days. You have to take time to come. Right? So the he acts in 3 intensities. Then I told you that covers this. What is that and this next sloka? Jnanamete avrutam jnanam etena jnaninaha nitya Jnaninaha of the enlightened person, jnanam is knowledge, is covered by this fellow, nitya vairinaha, permanent enemy, kamarupena, in the form of desire. See, what covers is kama. What covered is jnana. Duspurena analena cha, like the insatiable fire. Now, 3 centers he works, right? 3 intensities, 3 centers. Gurudev's example only. One fellow, he has his house in Chennai. Father-in-law's house is in Pune, right? And then mistress house in Delhi. You understand? His house in Chennai. Father-in-law's house in Pune. Mistress house in Delhi. So what the police do is, purposefully they give him their family suspicion. So, see, they're all searching for you. Don't stay here. Go. Then he thinks he will go to Pune. And there also he gets a message. Here everybody is searching room from. Then he will go to Delhi. There they are not giving the feeling. Because they want to catch these 2 places. These 2 places, they given a feeling they are searching for him. There they are not. Because leaves, these 2, they have to come there. Right? So that's the strategy to catch. So he says now, which are the 3 places where he is working and how to catch. Indriyane mano buddhihi asyadhisthana mukhyate etaihi vimohati eshaha Jnanam apritya dehinam. Indriya manobuddhi. Senses, mind and intellect. These are the three stations from which he works. And through this, he covers, through these three, he covers the knowledge through the senses, through the mind, through the intellect. He covers the knowledge. And therefore, now you know these things. You have to work out your strategy. He is telling one place you have to be sure he comes there. Other two, you try to give him suspicion, he comes there. So he is now telling, Tasma Tasmat tvam indriyani adau niyamya bharatarshava. It's difficult for you to catch him at the mind and intellect level. Very subtle, very difficult. Easy to catch him at the senses level. So first you catch him there. The kama. When the kama comes at the sense level, do not arrest there first. Arrest there first. Do not try to allow this here. I take it, but I have full control. Nonsense. I like this, I eat, but I have control. Rubbish. Control at the level of the senses. That's easier. Tasmat indriyanyodau niyamya bharatasava papmanam tadihityenam jnana vijnana nashanam. Destroy this sinful fellow who is destroying your jnana and vijnana, knowledge and wisdom. And now the chariot example. That's the strategy, how to catch the chariot. He is now giving that. Chariot example comes from these two shlokas. Here, it doesn't say chariot. But in Kathopanishad, every word is explained. Kathopanishad, this chariot, everything, what are the horses, what are the reins, what is the charioteer. In Kathopanishad, everything comes. Kathopanishad, Geeta is inspired by Kathopanishad. Because there also the topic is death. Here also topic is. Plus the chariot is completely dead there. Then, like politicians, you can say, why do you say Upanishad, Katho is inspired by Geeta? Why should not Geeta be, Geeta be the inspiration for Katho? Because Upanishads have come before. Upanishads, they are called Shruti. These are called Smriti. Smriti means what you remember. Shruti is original. Right? Indriyani paranyahu, indriye param manaha, manasastu para buddhi, buddhehe parasastu saha. Indriyani parani ahu. Right? Para means superior. Para means superior. Yeah, you have some doubt? Satish? Yes, you were lifting. Indriyani paranyahu. Senses are superior to what sense of that? Indriyebhya param manaha. Right. Senses are superior to the sense objects. Mind is superior to the senses. Mind is superior to the senses. Manasastu para buddhi. Intellect is superior to mind. Buddhehe parasastu saha. He means God. Saha is superior to the intellect. Now, what is the superior and all that? Superior in spiritual language is subtler. Gross. Annamaya kosha, gross. Next, pranamaya kosha. Next, manomaya kosha. Next, vijnanamaya kosha. Next, anandamaya kosha. Then Om, pancha kosha viveka. So, what is inside is subtler than what is outside. Why? Because outside you can clearly see. Inside you can't see. So what is outside is gross. What is inside is subtle. Then outside is limited. Body can only sit here. My mind went out everywhere. My mind went out everywhere. Mind can go everywhere. Body can sit here. But mind can only go to known areas. I wanted to give the example. My mind went to my dinner at home. That's all I know. But intellect can think even beyond that. Intellect can think even beyond the known, probe. So therefore, mind has a larger area of operation, larger potential, larger results. Therefore, mind is subtler than body. But it can only operate in known areas. Intellect can probe into unknown areas. Therefore, intellect is more powerful than the mind. If you continue this, vasanas are subtler than intellect. That's the Anandamaya portion. Vasanas are subtler than the intellect. Then further, he is subtler than the Vasana, Bhagavan, because he is beyond all this. Then how does this help? When you know something is subtler and grosser, when you catch hold of the subtler thing, grosser relinquishes its right, because both are trying to cater to somebody else's happiness. My body is trying to cater happiness to me. My mind is trying to cater happiness to me. My intellect are trying to cater happiness to me. When my mind knows, when my body knows, mind is trying to do something for you, you're going to get more happiness, body will keep going. Because I'll get more happiness. When the mind knows intellect is planning something for you, you are going to get larger happiness, both keep going. So, when you try to identify the subtler, the grosser sacrifices its own rights, and subtlest is the self. When you try to hook yourself to that, everything drops their demands. That's the way vasanas have to be dropped down, by not working on vasanas. You understand? Trying to hook to them, parasastu saha, then everything will relinquish their rights. Gurudev's one more example. Gurudev's one more example. Right? Apurva, her husband, because he was in ship, some friend brought some chocolates. She gave me one. Example, she will never give. Okay. She gave me one. I wanted to eat immediately because I like chocolates. Then I thought, oh, I should take home. There's a child there. Child will like. My emotion, it went to child. My body automatically sacrificed. Because the joy I get out of giving it to the child is more than the joy I get. Then Punita is very generous. Why one take, uncle, take all this. So I now have got plenty. I can share with everybody. But Apurva didn't, Punita didn't give like that. Punita didn't give plenty or there. He said, there are some chocolates you want to take it. Who will go and take it? There are some chocolates, go and take it. My intellect is hurt. My body might won't take. If you are given with this thing, then both body and mind will sacrifice. If the intellect is hurt, these two will not. But positive thing you take. I told you, when I think of the child, I sacrifice. Intellect, all the freedom fighters, they are convinced with an ideal. They sacrifice their own bodily needs and comforts, emotional needs of the family. Because they were convinced with an intellectual value. One who is hooked to God, he will relinquish body, mind, intellect, all vasanas gets dropped. Therefore, that is the way. Hook yourself to God. Tyaga and sannyasa becomes natural. You will get him. That is the crux. That is the chariot example. That will come in Kathopanishad. Horses are the senses. They run in the road of the sense objects. They have to be controlled through reins, mind. Reins can be controlled only through the intellect. Saradi is the intellect. But what sort of a Saradi? You know, this fellow who was charioted for Karna, it starts with J. Do you remember? He was charioted to Karna. He was coming. He was the Sambandhi of Pandu. He was coming there. Duryodhana, in between, gave him a lot of hospitality. So he said, I have now taken his hospitality. I have to be his charioteer. So he agrees to be charioteer for Karna. But purposefully, I agree to be charioteer. But I didn't say, I will obey you, I will be your servant. Purposefully insinuates him, all his this thing, energy is sapped Arjuna's. Who is that man? You don't remember?
Shalya.
Huh?
Shalya.
No, Sanjay is Dhritarashtra's charioteer.
Shalya.
Shalya, probably, yeah. I think Shalya, yes? Shalya. You get knowledge only from Sharada. Huh?
Google. Google Acharya.
Right? Shalya. He demoralizes him thoroughly. That type of Saradi, you get what will happen.
Yes.
Sanjaya is a very enlightened man. He is also a Saradi. But the fellow other side is not willing to listen to anything. Three Saradis. Sanjaya is also enlightened. But that fellow is not willing to listen. This fellow is demoralized. Krishna said, Shadi mam tvam prapannam. I surrender to you. He is willing to listen. Therefore, yatra yogeshwara Krishnaha tatra partho dhanurdaraha tatra sri vijayi bhuti. Where there is Yogeshwara Krishna. What sort of a Saradi? He is tuned to the truth. Yogeshwara. He is tuned to the truth. That sort of intellect. One who is tuned to the truth. That intellect should guide the mind. Right? Evam buddhe param buddha samstabhyatmana atmana ham jahishetru mahabaho kamarupam durasadam. Having understood this, samstabhyatmanam atmana, the way to conquer everything is to tune to that. That is your Atman. Samstabhya settled there well. That Saha is here. Get yourself settled there. Jahishatru Mahabaho. That is the way to kill this enemy who disturbs your peace. Kamarupam Durasadam. Otherwise, this fellow is unconquerable. You cannot conquer him. If you want to conquer him, settle in Atma. Then you can conquer. Right? Om Tassaditi Srimad Bhagawad Geetasu Upanishadsu Brahma Vidyayam Yoga Shastre Sri Krishna Arjuna Samvade Tritiyodhyayaha Karma Yogo Nama Tritiyodhyayaha Sarvadharman Paritvetya Mamekam Sharanam Praja Aham Tva Sarva Papyabhya Mokshayishyami Masujaha.
ॐ श्री चिन्मय सद्गुरवे